Let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, a billionaire sat with a well-known psychologist and said, "I can buy every comfort in the world. So why do I wake up every morning feeling like something is missing?" And the psychologist looked at him and said something surprising. "Because you have everything, except the things that actually make humans happy." That conversation sent the billionaire into silence. And honestly, most of us are living the exact same mistake, just with fewer zeros in our bank account. Today, we're diving into the true science of happiness, backed by psychology, research, and a massive Harvard study. And we're doing it through stories, real human behavior, and deep insights you've probably never heard before. Why we keep chasing the wrong things. Imagine a dog chasing its own tail. Funny, right? Now imagine millions of people doing the same thing. Not so funny anymore. We're taught since childhood. Get good grades, get a respected job, make money, achieve status, buy things, climb a ladder. Then happiness will magically appear. But here's a twist. A global survey found that after a certain point, income barely changes happiness. Fame often increases anxiety. Status breeds insecurity because someone else is always higher. Success creates pressure to maintain it. It's a treadmill. You move your legs, sweat, struggle, stress, and end up in the same emotional place. So, if happiness doesn't come from achievements, where does it come from? The hidden formula: happiness towards strength, towards health, towards management. Let me give you a metaphor. Think of happiness as the top floor of a building. Strong, bright, beautiful. But here's what people do. They want to live on the top floor without building the floors beneath it. According to psychological and behavioral models, happiness comes from inner strength. Strength comes from physical and mental health. Health comes from proper life management. If you don't manage your time, emotions, habits, relationships, sleep, mind, physical health, then everything collapses. Not instantly, slowly. The way a building doesn't fall in one day. It cracks quietly. And one day, happiness feels unreachable, not because life got harder, but because the foundation was never built. The management trap: why being good isn't enough. Let me tell you an uncomfortable story that happens everywhere in the world. A manager hires someone because they're a good person, kind, polite, loyal, not because they're competent. The team suffers, deadlines fall apart, stress increases, projects collapse. And when this same manager gets sick, guess what? They fly abroad to see a specialist, not someone who's a good person, but someone who knows what they're doing. Life works the same way. You can be a good person and still mismanage your time, mismanage your energy, mismanage your relationships, mismanage your goals, mismanage your mental health. Good intentions don't replace good systems. Your life is your company. Your happiness is your product. And you are the CEO. If the CEO manages poorly, the entire company collapses, even if the CEO is polite and well-meaning. The 4 pillars of contentment. These are the core. Miss even one, and happiness becomes unstable. This is where we go deeper, with stories, examples, and psychology. 1. Pleasure. Keeping your inner child alive. Picture a 5-year-old kid running around, laughing at literally nothing. That part of you still exists. It just gets buried under bills, deadlines, expectations, responsibilities. Many adults walk around like emotionally dehydrated people. No joy, no curiosity, no play. But you know what's fascinating? The brain needs pleasure the same way the body needs food. Cut it off long enough and the mind starts breaking down. Irritability, burnout, depression, emotional numbness. And here's a twist people rarely understand. Pleasure needs struggle. One can't exist without the other. The sweetest fruit grows after the hardest climb. A meal tastes better when you're hungry. A victory feels powerful because you failed 10 times before. If you remove struggle, pleasure dies. If you remove pleasure, the soul weakens. 2 life philosophies. Play. I enjoy the process. Duty. I suffer now to maybe enjoy later. Let me tell you who wins. The players. Because they enjoy life while living it, not at some imaginary future point. 2. Progress. The antidote to boredom. Here's a story. A man used to love drawing as a kid. Hours felt like minutes. Colors were magic. As an adult, he says drawing does nothing for him. Why? Because he never progressed. What used to be joyful became repetitive, and repetition kills pleasure. Humans are wired for growth. The brain literally rewards improvement with dopamine. Even micro-progress, 1 extra push-up, learning 1 new chord, speaking 10 more words in a new language, reading 2 pages, writing 1 paragraph. Progress turns life into a story instead of a loop. Pleasure gives energy. Progress gives direction. Without progress, happiness becomes flat and predictable. 3. Status. The right kind. Let's talk about something rarely discussed honestly. There are people who feel proud and powerful only because they have a title: manager, director, doctor, captain, professor. But here's the danger. Positional status disappears the moment the position changes. Lose the job, lose identity. Retire, collapse emotionally. Lose wealth, lose value. Lose power, lose confidence. It's borrowed identity. Now compare that to character status, the identity built into your soul. Mastery, wisdom, deep skills, values, emotional maturity, competence. A master musician is still a musician even without an audience. A wise person stays wise even in silence. A truly kind person stays kind even without recognition. Character travels with you. Position stays behind. Your long-term happiness depends on which one you're building. 4. Legacy. The human instinct to leave a mark. Let me tell you a strange fact about humans. People carve their names into ancient sites. They write on school desks. They draw graffiti on trains. It's not stupidity. It's psychology. It's the instinct saying, I want the world to know I existed. Every human fears disappearing, not dying, but being forgotten. Legacy isn't about being famous. It's about being meaningful. It can be raising a good child, building a community, creating art, helping one person deeply, writing a book, building a skill, teaching something, healing someone, building a business, leaving kindness behind. Legacy gives happiness a deeper tone. It transforms life from a daily routine into a contribution. There's a story about a man who spent his whole life chasing achievements. A giant house, luxury cars, multiple degrees. But he felt empty. One day his friend asked him, "If you lost everything today, what part of you would remain?" He had no answer. That's when he realized he built the roof, but not the foundation. Don't make that mistake. Build your pleasure, build your progress,